At 140 pounds, Steve Dalling from Kittatinny, a senior, 32-1 on the year. Against Paulo Custodio from Colombia, he's a senior, 30-2 on the season. Dalling, the defending state champion. Ready to start the second period. Paulo Custodio from Colombia, dressed in the red and black of the Cougars. Steve Dalling from Kittatinny in the gray and blue.
It's Dalling in nicely, and he gets his takedown, and he has his early lead.
1:46 to go, second period. First points on the board for Steve Dalling. Dalling with the impressive resume. 3 region titles, 89, 90, 91. 4 district titles. Won the state championship, of course, last year. First state champion in the history of Kittatinny High School.
If you look at the build, it is not the same kind of build as even a McCann that we saw win the championship at 135. The rounded shoulders, the smooth body, but again, that tremendous balance that it takes to be a champion, and a heart. We saw him a year ago in an overtime against Mike Francesca of Union, 4-4 in regulation. Do the job in overtime, go on to win his championship, and Francesca is someone that we're going to see coming up at the next weight class in the finals. Custodio almost out. Dalling again captures the legs, hits low, keeps his control.
We're into the final minute of the second period with Steve Dalling from Kittatinny, the senior, leading Paulo Custodio from Colombia, the senior, 2-0. Dalling with a victory over Dan White of Millville in the semifinals. Custodio defeating a former state champ, Fran Durso from Bridge, in the semis.
Cradle on. Dalling trying to force Custodio towards his back on the edge of that circle O. Whistle blown by Roy Fenimore. New action to start in the center.
Dalling moves over to his corner. John Gill, the head coach, Kittatinny High School in the Sussex County Interscholastic League. Dalling played football as a junior, cracked his vertebrae, and decided, hey, I'm not going back. My wrestling career just a little too important for me to risk. And here he is again in the state final. There's Len Capari talking things over with Paulo Custodio. Capari with 2 region champions for the first time in school history. Custodio winning a region championship along with Bill Kuhn. Kuhn, a 189-pounder, lost early to Patrick Lynch. And remember, Patrick Lynch against Damian Covington at 189 pounds coming up.
A lot of people lost to Lynch. A lot of people on that list for his career.
All-time winningest wrestler in New Jersey history.
We're still just in a 2-0 bout here. We're looking again at Paulo Custodio. Winner over state champion today, so you certainly don't count someone out with just a 2-0 score. Even someone with the ability of a Steve Dalling.
Dalling won the state championship at 140 pounds last year. Defeated Scott Kemp from Fairlawn in the final 6-1. 12 seconds to go. Second period, and Dalling holding on to a 2-0 lead. Jerry, as we find so often, so many of these wrestlers come from great wrestling families. Dalling's older brother was a wrestler. His father, Dave, a wrestler at Newton. His uncle, Bob Dalling, the head coach at East Stroudsburg State.
There's just something about the sport. We've commented over the years, more than any other sport, there seems to be the carry-through with a family member. I don't know whether it's getting on the floor as a young kid and a father and rolling around, but we see this much more here than in some of the other sports that we cover.
1:41 to go. Third period, Steve Dalling, 2 points on a takedown in the second period, and he leads 2-0 over Paulo Custodio.
Short sit to the front, faces his opponent, gets his one. That's a 3-0 lead. That's a big lead for a state champion to come back against.
Big lead considering 1:22 to go in the bout. 3-0. Custodio looking to come back. Custodio won the Essex County Championship. His only loss this year to Kevin McCann from South Plainfield. And as we witnessed at 135 pounds, McCann was a state champion.
And again, that was upper weight class, or coming down a weight class, I should say, cutting some weight. The other loss that Paolo has is one where he wrestled a little heavier than he should have against Westfield. Won the bout against a very fine wrestler from Westfield, but had to forfeit that victory on a state ruling. And as a result, comes in really with only one loss earned on the mat.
43 seconds to go.
But he's on his way to a second one unless he can turn something on here on the feet. Because it's Dalling that's doing the controlling. And he has the front headlock. He does the throw by, and he takes his 5-0 lead, and he's going to take his second consecutive championship.
Steve Dalling won it all last year at 140, and he leads 5-0 with 25 seconds to go. And Kinnatini looks to have another state champion in Steve Dalling. John Gill, his head coach, says mentally he's one of the best he's ever had. Concentrates. He's focused. He was focused on winning his second straight state championship. He's 16 seconds away.
Great job. One of the fine wrestlers we have in this tournament. A great, great champion.
A solid performance for Steve Dalling. Lost just once this year. Had to move up to 152 pounds. But he ends the year with a win. And it comes at Jadwin Gymnasium in Princeton. There he is, Steve Dalling, the state champion at 140 pounds. Steve Dalling finishes the year at 33-1, his second straight state crown.